The ocean holds countless mysteries deep beneath the giant waves. It is a completely different world, difficult to observe with the naked eye, a perfect world, a vibrant world, but one that also contains dangers lurking everywhere. Beneath that tranquil sea surface, a predator roams, hunting for prey. It is a creature that knows no fear, no mercy. It has only two choices: kill or be killed. This is the shark. As one of the most abundant and distinctive populations on Earth, sharks evolved several hundred million years ago to become formidable hunters of the deep ocean. With over 470 identified species divided into 12 groups, they appear in oceans all over the planet. A few also live in freshwater lakes and rivers. They are also one of the most diverse predators on Earth, ranging from the deep-sea lantern shark, the size of a human hand, to the giant whale shark, the largest fish of all. Many people think of sharks as solitary predators, scouring the oceans for food. This is only true for some shark species. Many species maintain a sedentary lifestyle, lying in one place waiting for prey to approach, or moving within a much smaller area. Many types of sharks, such as the hammerhead, are highly social. They gather in groups of up to several hundred individuals, and sometimes a group can consist of many different species. They existed long before terrestrial animals appeared, and even before vegetation dominated the Earth's surface. Sharks evolved 400 million years ago. The earliest species, although very similar in shape to modern sharks, had many differences in their internal body structure. Most shark species not only live in the ocean, but also in freshwater lakes, gliding gently over the muddy and sandy seabed. Modern sharks appeared around the same time as the dinosaurs and thrived after the dinosaurs went extinct. Some species, like the giant Megalodon, could grow up to 20 meters, about 65 feet, long as adults, feeding on whales and other giant sea creatures. In comparison, today's great white shark averages only about 6 meters, about 20 feet, long. Related to rays, eagle rays and chimeras, sharks are classified as ancient fish, with a skeleton made mainly of cartilage. This special structure makes their bodies lighter than other fish of the same size, and also more flexible and agile, although the skeletal structure is weaker. This is why many sharks get stranded on land. Most shark species have 8 fins, all made of an elastic protein similar to the keratin in human fingernails. These 8 fins include 2 pectoral fins, 2 pelvic fins, 2 dorsal fins, an anal fin, and the final fin on the tail. The shape of the tail fin or caudal fin helps the shark move forward and also indicates its habits and habitat. A vertical, crescent-shaped and symmetrical tail is characteristic of very fast-swimming sharks, such as the mako shark. This fin shape provides powerful and efficient acceleration, but makes sharp turns or sudden changes in direction difficult. In most sharks, the upper lobe of the tail fin is heavier and larger than the lower lobe. This helps the shark move with more flexibility and agility, increasing efficiency when swimming and making sharp turns. Thresher sharks and white-tip reef sharks are well known in this group. Thresher sharks even use their tails to stun prey. The reproduction of sharks, such as the cat shark, typically occurs on the seabed. They also possess a similar tail fin, but it is lower, which increases flexibility at the cost of speed. The spiny dogfish has a similarly shaped tail, but its spine is lower than the fin. With such a structure, the backward thrust is weaker, reducing swimming speed, but in return, the spiny dogfish can make very quick and extremely agile movements. The angel shark has a very unique shape. Its lower lobe is much larger than the upper one because it is the closest relative to rays. Angel sharks almost exclusively hide on the seabed, waiting for prey to enter their attack range. Unlike other fish, a shark's skin is covered in many small, tightly interlocking scales that resemble tiny teeth. These dermal denticles are made of flexible collagen fibers and function as an exoskeleton controlled by muscles, giving their muscles extraordinary strength and high resistance while conserving life energy for the shark. This energy is used to power the shark's respiratory system. To filter oxygen from seawater, they need the help of gills. Sharks have two ways of breathing. They can swim at a moderate speed with their mouths wide open to draw in water, or they can pump water by flexing and relaxing their mouth muscles, drawing in water with each, quote, breath. Oral respiration consumes a significant amount of energy. Many shark species, such as the great white shark, have completely abandoned this method of breathing. Instead, they must constantly move, swimming and searching for prey, never stopping or resting. A shark's jaw is also detached from its skull, supported instead by powerful muscle blocks. The jaw is embedded with sharp teeth arranged in multiple layers for increased durability. A shark can apply moderate force and still crush even the hardest bones. Meanwhile, a shark's snout has many small pores and is made of soft cartilage, which helps it not only to withstand, but also to absorb head-on impacts while chasing prey. Unlike bony fish, sharks do not have a swim bladder for buoyancy. Instead, they possess a large liver filled with oil that is lighter than water. Thanks to their large, well-developed pectoral fins, sharks can also control lift and descent hydrodynamically. They manipulate their fins to generate forward thrust, gliding through the sea like an aeroplane's wings. The average swimming speed of a shark is quite low, only slightly faster than a human's average walking speed. However, they can accelerate to speeds comparable to city traffic. The fastest swimmer is the short-fin mako shark, reaching speeds of nearly 50 kilometers per hour, about 31 miles per hour. Sharks never truly fall into a deep sleep. Some species move in a semi-conscious state. All sharks sleep with their eyes open, instinctively monitoring all surrounding movements. Sharks are also famous for their extremely keen sense of smell. They can detect a single drop of blood in the water and determine its precise direction and distance. Many sharks can also detect the smell of chemicals processed in their prey's digestive system, a trait that can confuse them and cause them to loiter around wastewater outlets. Their vision is also highly evolved. Sharks have an eye structure similar to humans, sharing the same cornea, retina and lens structure, and even pupil dilation. Additionally, a shark's eyes are adapted to the marine environment, with the ability to see in extremely low light and to perceive uninterrupted stereoscopic images because they never blink. The water also helps to clean their eyes effectively. However, sharks are colorblind. Many species can only see shades of green and grey. A shark's hearing is also perfectly developed, allowing them to hear prey from several kilometers away through small openings on the sides of their head, which connect to a series of other canals in the skull. Therefore, they are very sensitive to direct vibrations and the electromagnetic fields generated by living organisms. All animals produce a small amount of electricity through their muscles. Sharks can sense the presence of prey, no matter how it is camouflaged. They're the most sensitive to electric fields in the animal kingdom, reacting to fields as weak as 5 nanovolts per centimetre, and they can also sense changes in the surrounding water temperature. Some evidence suggests that sharks may even use the Earth's magnetic field for navigation. The lifespan of shark species varies, as does their prey. Most sharks can live for 20 to 30 years. However, the whale shark and the spiny dogfish can live longer than humans. Most sharks are carnivores, feeding on smaller fish and marine creatures like mackerel, flounder, cod, clownfish, pipefish, eels, squid, whitebait, and crustaceans like shrimp and crabs. Some species have flat teeth for crushing hard shells. There are even types of sharks that attack and eat other sharks and large marine mammals like dolphins and seals. The great white shark's only natural predator is the orca, killer whale. Some shark species have sedentary habits, often sucking prey into their mouths when they get close. Meanwhile, other sharks hunt in packs to take down prey more easily. Most fish reproduce by laying a large clutch of eggs that hatch into small fish. Sharks, however, carry only a few eggs and give birth to highly viable shark pups. Shark pups grow slowly, with some species taking decades to reach maturity. Sharks mate internally, unlike most other fish. The male's pelvic fins are used to transfer sperm to the female. Observing shark mating is difficult, but it usually occurs after a courtship period. During this time, the male swims alongside the female. Biting by the male is an expression of interest and, above all, a way to claim ownership. Some cases of asexual reproduction in sharks have been recorded, where a female becomes pregnant without any contact with a male, but there is still no evidence on how frequently this occurs. The eggs are often carried by the female throughout the pregnancy until they hatch inside the oviduct. This is where the yolk sac and fluid nourish the shark pups before birth. For some shark species, this entire process takes about 2 years from conception to birth. Many species of sharks take this opportunity to engage in cannibalism, eating unhatched eggs still in the oviduct or other embryos. A few types of sharks, such as the hammerhead, bull shark and blue shark, maintain a placental cord connection to the embryo. In this sense, the birth process of sharks is very similar to that of mammals. Only a few shark species lay their eggs externally, hiding them in rock crevices and dark corners where predators have difficulty reaching them. After being born or hatching from an egg, the young sharks usually leave to fend for themselves in their new life. Besides their supreme intelligence, sharks are also very curious and playful. In the old days, sailors often called sharks sea dogs. The word shark is thought to originate from the German word Schurke, meaning villain or scoundrel. This name alludes to the fierce and intense nature of sharks, as well as human perception of this animal. Although sharks are depicted as man-eaters and monsters of the ocean, they have only caused 12 human deaths in a 10-year period. There are nearly 500 species of sharks, but only 4 have been confirmed to attack humans: the oceanic white-tip shark, the bull shark, the tiger shark, and the great white shark. These are all large carnivorous sharks that tend to become aggressive when provoked or extremely hungry and attack humans. Additionally, sharks can easily mistake surfboards for sea turtles and seals, or be attracted by the sound of people swimming, the splashing of water, and shiny objects like watches or jewellery. However, the stereotype of sharks as extremely dangerous man-eaters was created by the media when a few shark attack incidents were made public. A prime example is the 1916 attacks on the Jersey Shore. Over a 2-week period, an unidentified shark killed several people and injured one. From this incident, coupled with their unique physique, shark fishing became a popular practice. Hundreds of millions of sharks are killed by humans each year, mainly for their fins. When a shark is pulled onto a boat's deck, its fins are cut off while it is still alive, and then it is thrown back into the sea. Unable to swim, these sharks often die a slow death, either by being eaten by other species or by suffocating because they cannot swim to pump water over their gills. As a result, many shark populations are severely threatened, with more species being added to the red list each year due to overfishing and excessive consumption in developing countries. Sharks are notoriously unable to survive long in captivity. The great white shark, in particular, cannot survive for more than 7 months in captivity. Only ocean parks with adequate facilities can extend a shark's lifespan. Many smugglers have sold sharks for private aquariums. However, the owner's negligence has inadvertently killed them. Sharks, the ultimate predators of the ocean, have been pushed to the brink of extinction due to human superstition and lack of understanding. Only through conservation efforts and raising public awareness can this creature be protected. But even so, many say it is now too late. To this day, sharks will continue to roam the oceans because they are one of the last remaining apex predators on Earth.